Today, I want to discuss about how failure can actually affect your confidence and create a lot of self doubt in you, and how do you get out of it. So, in my experience, like I mentioned earlier, my last year was an amazing year in terms of my career, but before that, I had two extremely poor years in terms of my performance, in terms of my job and my career. So much so that I had really started doubting myself. I did not know what to do, and I was actually questioning even my choices about little things. And I was wondering whether am I even in the right profession and am I even in the right place. I had really started self doubting, and I was in a very dark place, I would say. These 2 years that I'm talking about was after having two amazing years. The kind of successes I had in the years prior to these were actually unheard of in the industry. I had handled India level mandates. I had done transactions in terms of the number and the size of transactions that I had done were just too good to be true and unheard in the industry. So it was as if I was in super duper control of my career in my life as well. But post that, I had these patches which were like really elongated patches, I would say, because 2 years is not a small patch, right? And whatever I tried, how much ever hard I tried, I was giving in my level best. I was traveling a lot, meeting people, doing my bit and trying as much as possible, even working 7 days a week. There were months and months wherein wasn't even taking a single day off. But then I wasn't able to get any results. My mentors had honestly left me, or probably I was in such a deep dark place that I had left them probably. At times you kind of go in a self isolation, self criticism kind of a mode wherein you just don't want to talk to people, you just don't seek help from your seniors, and you go into a deeper pit, right? A lot of times what happens is we are our own problems, we create our own problems, we create those doubts and criticisms for ourselves. How did I get out of that is what I want to discuss with you guys. And this is where I want to share my personal experience as to how very small, little, minuscule things can actually help you, and incremental changes and improvements can actually get you out of your darkness, get you out of the rut that you probably might be experiencing. So last year, what I did was I was actually feeling so much like a failure, and this is I'm talking about till quarter one. This is I'm talking about when I was in March or April. So the entire quarter had already gone by. I was actually feeling like a failure specialist. I was so low on confidence that I was feeling as if I tried my hands on anything, if I tried my hands on any deal, it will go into a failure. I will not be able to get the best result. Forget about the best result. I wouldn't even be able to get any result out of it. And so for that, what I started doing was, because I didn't even used to feel like going out for meetings, meeting people, or having any business conversations, because I was like feeling so doomed that even if I try, I'm not going to be able to get any results. So there, what's the point in doing it? So what I tried was very simple. I actually, and it might sound weird to a lot of people, but then I just wanted small wins. And where do I get these wins from? Because if I go out into the real world, I'm not going to get a win because I wasn't getting any in the last 2 years. So I had a PlayStation 4 lying for almost 4 5 years, which I hadn't actually touched in a long time. And I took a 15-20 day break from work completely. I wasn't touching work at all. And what I did was I fired up the PlayStation, and I used to play FIFA a lot before I got into this. profession, I used to play a lot of FIFA games and all that. I was into gaming, decent amount, not too much, but then yes, I was decent. And I actually fired up the PlayStation and started playing FIFA, started playing games. And my only goal was, and during these times in between, I had also, I was so down on patience that I used to even quit the game in between. Whenever I was a goal or two down, I used to just quit the game and just stop and then switch it off. And I used to just feel that even in FIFA, I'm actually, not able to complete a task. I'm such a failure. That is the kind of, you know, dark place I was in. So my only goal was to complete the game. Even if I'm 1-0 down or 2-0 down in a game and I'm playing against I will not quit it in between. I will complete the whole game, and even if I lose, that's okay. And I played one game and I played two games and I started that thing that wherein I was at least completing the games. And from that, I slowly progressed to winning the game or probably drawing the game. And from that, I progressed to winning the game and so on and so forth. And my confidence slowly developed that, yes, Zed, you're able to actually complete the game and win sometimes at least. That's how I actually got some of my confidence back. And then I was out, like I mentioned, I was out for like 15-20 days. I was out of work. I was not doing anything at all. So I just slowly and steadily got my confidence back that I was doing these small incremental progresses in FIFA, something as small as a FIFA game. And that's how I, got my confidence back slowly and steadily. So that is when I got the confidence back, and as soon as my days of leave were over, I got back to work. And even at work, I was taking up very, very small challenges, taking those transactions, meeting those people one day at a time. Basically, I wasn't taking too big challenges even at work. And that's how I got the ball rolling. I got some momentum, and I had one of the best years of my life in terms of my career. So that is one journey that I wanted to share with you guys, as to if we guys are in a dark place, if we are experiencing challenges, failures, what you should be doing is take some time off, take a break, and try and build the momentum that is lacking. Momentum is a very, very powerful thing, and once the momentum is lost, it's extremely difficult to get back. So getting the momentum is where we should put our energies and put our focus on. Try and focus on those small wins. If there are certain hobbies that you are into and you like doing, try and focus on those hobbies and get the mojo back. Once the mojo is back, get back to work, make those incremental changes even at work, and progress in a slow and steady manner. Take one day at a time, and that's how you be able to get back and win the game. I've done it already, hence I wanted to share that experience with you guys. This is First Principles. My name is Zaid, and thank you for tuning in.